Today I'm here with Nick Harris from Concord Title. Nick, thanks for having me today.
Hey Grant, thanks for having me.
We've done a lot of closings at this table together, and what I wanted you to do was tell either a first-time home buyer or even an experienced buyer a little bit about what you do here as your role in the title company.
So not many people know what a title company does or is. So once you enter into a contract with the seller of a home, once you sign that contract and it goes binding, as we call it, your agent or your lender will send us that contract and we'll start working on it. So what that means is we're going to order the title work. We're going to order a title search on the property. We're going to make sure that the person who you think is selling you the property is the person who owns the property. I know that seems kind of silly, elementary sometimes, but what that means is sometimes the house may be owned by an estate or the person who owned the house is now deceased. We need to make sure that their children are aware that the house is being sold. Or if one of their child is deceased, then maybe a grandchild has interest in that title and they don't know that. So that's kind of our role. Another thing we do in a title search is make sure that there's no liens on the property, and if there are liens on the property, we got to pay those at closing. A couple examples of liens may be a mortgage. If the seller of the house has a mortgage, then at the closing table we have to make sure that that mortgage gets paid off, because the last thing you want to do is buy a house that still has a mortgage on it. Other types of liens, there may be a tax lien where they didn't pay their taxes. There could be an IRS lien where they didn't pay their income taxes. Just a judgment lien where they didn't pay credit card debt, and the credit card company took them to court and got a judgment on them, and now they've registered that judgment so that when that house is sold, that lien has to be paid. We've seen liens where people got new windows and didn't pay for their windows, so there's a lien from the window company. So you just want to make sure that when our job is to make sure that when you're buying that home, none of that is there. So you're buying a home that we call free and clear. A lien can be placed on a house several ways. When you buy your house and when you get a mortgage, that is considered a lien on the house. So when you go to sell it and we do a title search, the mortgage will pop up. We call that mortgage a lien, and that lien has to be paid at closing. Liens could come from a judgment. So if you have a credit card, you don't pay your credit card bill, and the credit card company takes you to court and gets a judgment against you, they can file that judgment at the Register of Deeds office in the county you live, and that attaches to your house and becomes a lien on your house. The same if your taxes don't get paid. They can place a lien on your house for those taxes. So those pop up in title searches. And so when someone goes to sell their house, if those liens are there, our job as a title company is to make sure that those liens are satisfied or are paid at the time of closing, so that the new owner of the house is purchasing a house with no liens, or a property with no liens.
Great. Can you tell us a little bit more, Nick, about how you control all of the money that goes through the entire transaction?
Sure. So when you're buying a house, you're going to have to put down earnest money. So along with that contract, we also get that usually get the earnest money. It's either held at the real estate agent's office or at our office. We'll put the earnest money in our file, and then we'll apply that at closing. Also, once the title search is done and all the issues are cleared, we're going to work with the lender to get all the fees on your closing disclosure and get your closing disclosure accurate. So the lender will send us their fees. We'll put those in our system. We'll put our fees in the system. There may be HOA fees we've got to call and get. There may be termite letter fees we've got to call and get, your real estate agent fees. We make sure all that is on the closing disclosure, send it back to the lender. You'll approve, the lender approves it, sends it to the buyer to approve. And once it's all approved, then we come in here on closing day. The lender will send us the funds. You'll send us the buyer funds. And then once it's all said and done, we'll cut all the checks on the back end and make sure it's back to zero and get everybody paid.
Can you tell us a little bit about how the buyers and or sellers can protect themselves in terms of moving that much money through you?
Yeah. So right now, not to scare anybody, but wire fraud is huge in our industry. There are people out there who spend a lot of time during their day trying to figure out how to get you to wire them your money instead of the title company. They do that through phishing emails, where they'll send you an email from the title company or from your real estate agent or from the lender. It appears to come from one of those three folks. And it says, here are your wiring instructions to wire your funds. The wiring instructions look completely legit. They'll have our title company at the top of it. They'll have our logo. But instead of the money going to us, it's going to them somewhere else. So how we battle that is we require you to actually call us before you wire any money. So the wiring instructions you get from us will not be complete. They will require you to call us to finish filling out our account number to make sure that it's accurate. One thing I will point out that if you do get wiring instructions emailed you from somebody, don't use the phone number on that email. Either refer to a previous email you've received or actually go to the internet and find our company online, or find the title company you're going to use online and get the number off the website, so that you make sure that it's the real phone number and not the hacker's phone number.
Great, Nick. Can you tell us a little bit more about what people can expect when they get to this place where they finally come in here to close their loan and close on their house and get a new set of keys?
Sure. So closing day is an exciting day for us. That's when all of our work and all the lender's work comes together, and we get to hand that buyer a new set of keys. And we get to watch a family walk into a new chapter of their life, which is always a fun time. So when you come in here, if you've got kids are welcome. We've got TV in the lobby. They can watch TV while we're doing a closing. Annie's at the front desk. She loves kids, so she's our built-in babysitter for the day. Your built-in babysitter for the day. But you're going to come in, we'll check your ID, make sure you are who you say you are. We'll go over the numbers again. So by the time you come to the closing table, you should have already seen the closing disclosure from the lender. But we'll double check. I go through that with everyone to make sure it still looks accurate and is correct. We'll get that signed off on. We'll go through the details of your loan to make sure the loan amount and the interest rate is the same as you agreed on. We'll go through your payment, and then we'll complete the deal with signing a big stack of papers. So come prepared to sign your name a lot, have your hand exercised and rested and ready to go.
Sounds good. Thank you, Nick. We look forward to doing it again.